You know, Dad, as a kid, I never really understood the magnitude of what you did at SP and what Standard Process as a whole does. What we do at Standard Process really does change lives. We really do help people. And I don't know that there's a better way to do it than to continue on doing what you've spent your life doing and doing what Grandpa did and doing what Dr. Lee did.
You know, I think that's been the greatest thing, is that I've been able to carry on the legacy of Dr. Royal Lee. When I look at that, I think it's so important, because what Dr. Lee started so many years ago is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing when you think about that whole food philosophy that he put in place, you know, back in 1929. And then you think about, like, people are just starting to wake up to that philosophy and really take that to heart. And really now in 2024, starting to really realize that Dr. Lee was so right about so many of these things surrounding the whole food philosophy.
He knew that this was the only way to go, that we needed to get back to, you know, consuming whole foods, consuming those nutrients. And then he also realized that he had a huge challenge ahead of him in educating so many people across this country. And so he started working with practitioners and those that were open to his philosophy and his way of thinking.
And I think that's where tapping into our practitioners provides a lot of benefit, because every patient that they work with, every customer is very different, and they use the product in different ways.
The sole purpose and mission for a research center down in North Carolina is to help validate Dr. Lee's whole food philosophy. And it's that simple, you know? And so as we can bring greater scientific evidence to what Dr. Lee's concepts were, what he was doing, it's just so wonderful to share that with the world, to help validate what he did so many years ago.
It's not easy to be organic farmers. It's not easy to make sure that we're constantly reinvesting in the company, but it's the right decision to make. And that's something that I really appreciate and have seen in your leadership of the company, is just doing things consistently the right way for the long-term success and stability of the company.
You know, it was funny, the guys out here at the farm the other day, they sent me a picture and there was 14 of our John Deere tractors all lined up after they just got done cleaning them up and everything else. And it hit me and I went, wow, that's a lot of investment. That's a big commitment to not only just equipment and the different types of things that we do, but into the future, you know? And we look at that and we go, we can improve and change, and it's always that constant investment. When I took over as president in '95, you know, our sales now are 10 times greater than they were back then. And the best part about that is that's 10 times, probably 100 times more people that we're serving, more lives that we're changing.
You know, as we start to work more in the business and hear more from the employees that have been here for so long, you know, they talk a lot about you and your heart. You've really poured your heart into the business, into the employees, and making sure that, you know, we're taking care of our patients and our practitioners, but also, you know, our employees as well. And so that's been one of the big things that, you know, Simone and I have noticed in watching your leadership, and, you know, we're looking at carrying that out into the next generation.
At the end of the day, if you think about just what's the right thing to do, not what's going to cost you less money or more money or anything else, it's always about doing the right thing. And I think that's what your Grandma Sylvia really instilled in me, is, you know what? Treat people right, do the right thing. You keep them happy, you keep them excited, and they're really wanting to make a good quality product.
Jack and I have found a really strong passion in what we do, and I think that radiates from you and the passion that you have for what you've accomplished with this company and how much you've grown this company. But what are some of your hopes for the future of Standard Process?
You know, I mean, when I stepped into this company, I never realized that I could take it to where it's at today. I mean, we've grown dramatically. If you love what you do and you have passion for it, then it's not work. You know, it's not hard to do. It's easy. You have to have that passion and that love for what you do. I really hope that someday that our concepts and the whole food concepts become the norm and not the exception.